Muted.
And I'm gonna start streaming in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start. Okay. I think it will start very soon. Once it starts, we will start playing. I'm really not sure.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, testing. Once again, it's every single live event. First thing we do is we try to figure out whether it's working or not.
Is it working? Or
I
is
don't
it
know if
starting
it's working or
soon?
not. I don't know. I hope it does. Yep, it's streaming alright. And I'm in Defiance right now. So, uno, dos, tres, let's begin the show. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to M&B Show 3 of Season 2.
3. We've been at it.
Today, you'll be joined by the one, the only, and the biggest, Mikey.
Oh my. And the brandy.
The one who thinks he has all the accents down to the letter.
I do.
So,
What are you talking
before
about?
we get into the topics, there's one thing we want to tell you. Soon, M&B Show will come back to its original format, where we mostly talk about machinima and nothing else.
That's always fun.
Yeah, it is always fun. Because I have a feeling that maybe in the following month before the new year, we're going to receive much more content than we had in the past half a year, actually. I don't know why. I just have a gut feeling that something's gonna happen, and no, it's nothing that we're gonna do. But I don't know. It just sometimes you just have gut feelings about stuff like that. So today we're watching me play Defiance. Once again, Brennan is not here because we still can't figure out a game that we both like, and we're not bored of to play together. We have shitload of games, but none of them we want to play, which is kind of what been going on the last few months. Like we got the games, we play them, and then we're like, oh yeah, fudge that game. We don't want to play it no more. So, yeah.
Well, it's not my fault that I like PlanetSide.
And I don't. Or I like StarCraft and he don't. Oh, please. Who gives a hoot? Said the hoot. So, what we were going to talk about? Oh, yeah, we actually have plenty of stuff to talk about. First things first, the Reach Out initiative is coming. And it's going to be big. Everything's voiced. Only thing I have left to do is to film it. That's a pain in the ass because I'm just lazy. That's how lazy I am, that I have it all ready to go, but it's not going anywhere.
But people are wanting it. They want it badly.
Oh, please. They can have an anus in the meantime. I mean, who doesn't like anuses? By the way, eating pig butts is delicious. Those of you who are old enough to remember cow and chicken will know what I'm talking about. See what I did there, right?
Mommy had a cow, Daddy had a chicken.
I can't believe you watched that, but okay, fine. You're not that. Yeah, no, you are younger than that. You shouldn't be able to. You shouldn't know what it is. Sucks.
I watched it.
Yeah, it's you poor people. You always
I had
watch
good
those.
memory as a kid.
I love good memory as a kid, I think. So anyways, yeah, Reach Out and is gonna be there. Looking for it soon. We're also going to have a subscriber special event, which is something that we actually plan to do when we got, what is it, 3,400 subscribers, or how's
34?
34? I think we're above that or below. To be honest, I don't know. Brandon, go check.
Okay, I shall look.
It was to the nearest 00.
Near 00.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. See, I don't like how YouTube makes it difficult for me to look around for my stuff.
Yeah, YouTube began to change drastically a lot because they suck and they want my money.
Yeah. Well, we now have 3,700.
Yeah, 3,700 subscribers. We decided we're gonna do some subscriber events, and then we kind of voiced it, and I was too lazy to film it. There's a pattern going on there. Lazy. It's not that I don't want to. It's just lazy. And besides, there's so much other things to go around and to do. So, I mean, it's obvious. Life, man. Life.
I know.
Oh, just so you know, there's no quitting going on because you can't quit a hobby. You either do your hobby or you don't. You just don't quit hobbies. So, fuck you! No quitting! So, yeah. So, we're probably going to be doing Microsoft points. Most likely, actually, definitely 2,000 Microsoft points. And there's going to be probably 3 winners. That's how epic we are. Three
Yeah.
winners just for you
This is
subscribers.
the only competition we're doing, is it?
Yeah, it's not a competition even. It's if people kind of actually think about it, it's actually a public service to a lot of different people in a way of speaking, I suppose. But
Yeah.
because the rules are so kind of like obvious, it's kind of like so silly and simple. I'm like, oh, you don't get what we're doing? This you suck. Yeah, you just suck. You just selfish suck. But yeah, watch out for subscriber special and obviously reach out initiative and other garbage. What's going on? And what else? I don't think there's
And
anything else. Right? That's all. It's all for the beginning. We can get to the topics or something.
if you want to dive right in.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why we're probably gonna go to the old format of talking about machinima and more technical stuff in the side of the manners, as opposed to just free roaming. Because while we do have a lot of stuff to talk about, it's not that like easy to switch between. Because you have to think, oh, what are we gonna do next? Are we gonna talk about this, that? Because we don't have it structured the way we wanted to. Simply because there's nothing structured around. There's nothing going on. It was zilch. How about you, Brendan? Do you think that?
Yeah, more or less. I mean, it's not like there's too much to handle.
I mean, the one biggest thing, I suppose, even though Zach doesn't consider bigger, but Zach created a new channel, and he
Oh,
posted
yeah.
all his old stuff there. That's the biggest thing is going on. Like in the past 6 months, there was nothing bigger than that. that's how sad that is. I'm trying to find and look for things that like probably new directors come out, but I really can't find none. Like nothing that stands out anywhere. Something original to the point where it has to be talked about. So as I said, probably in the next few months, I kinda have this gut feeling that there's gonna be a bit more diversity coming out. It's purely on the gut. I don't have
the
any.
gut?
Yeah, I don't have any empirical evidence to support that. It's just a gut feeling. How about you, Brendan? Do you think that? No.
Um, for me, it feels like things are about to do a little bit of change since there's been a couple mods in Halo 4 that have come out, so people are going to be able to do
You
extra stuff.
sneaky bastard!
Hey,
Oh,
you know,
you
I
sneaky
I
asshole.
requested for a certain mod, and after that request came out, the guy was so nice, and he worked hard to get the request done. So now you could do little cool stuff with your
Hey,
character.
don't spoil it.
Uh-huh.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
So,
it'll be
yeah,
fun.
Yeah, Brannigan was fiddling around with ideas for a while. He's not done with one he has to finish right now. After that, he'll get to the fun stuff, right? Wink, winks, jab, jab, snob, snob.
My kidney.
Oh, wait, I did jab you and snub you. But yeah, so crossing our fingers for something new to come out, something exciting. Hopefully, I mean, Zach's saying that he has something brewing in the teapot. But for now, there's zilch activity going on, like nothing worth mentioning. So, I guess that's one of the topics that we wanted to cover. Nothing new coming out, but hopefully, I mean, M&B show depends on new stuff coming out, something to talk about, because otherwise we're just gonna be talking about this.
Yeah.
I'm like, M&B show. You first season, almost all of it, if not, yeah, all of it. All of the first season was machinima related. Like every single episode we released was machinima talk. Something new, a review of some sort, an official review. Those were fun to do because you actually had to think and you had a reference to talk about. Right now, it's like general news. Like we have a topic on the list right now. Talk about movies that are released right now, like real movies, like Pacific Rim. The Wolverine is actually got released today, right? Today's Friday. Wolverine is coming out today.
My.
We had Kick-Ass 2. Well, everybody knows about Kick-Ass 2, but it's a bit further down.
I want to watch that now.
I love
want
that guy, and that chick got so hot. As she got older, I'm like,
Now she's legal.
she's still not. She's 16. Well, she's legal for you. No, wait, she's not legal for you no more. No, wait, yes, she is. There's 2.5 year gap that you're allowed to have before you go to jail. So lucky you. She's hot though. I'm not gonna deny that. She's hot. Stupid puberty. I hate it. It turns guys into dicks and girls into jail baits. Oh, see what I did there?
Indeed.
Oh, you see, joking. Joking is good. So yeah, we're gonna talk about movies later on, just a little bit. I guess we can kind of talk about sort of a machinima related topic. I'm missing the storyline of this mission completely because I can't hear shit. Oh, Brandon, can you check just in case if it's streaming or not?
Let's see. Well, right now you're walking towards a building.
Oh, let me just check if everybody's heard. Am I heard? Talk, Brandon. Talk.
Blah 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 blah.
Great. Okay, so we are being heard. Let me just get back to bless you. God damn it. See how I combine the religious and non-religious things.
Thank God I'm atheist. What?
Boom. Oh wait. Oh, we can use that as a topic. I suppose people sometimes are curious about how directors perceive that notion. But yeah, I guess one of the topics that we can talk about is this is not an empirical evidence, but it's something that makes sense in a way. I guess we can talk about how do directors, not all, certain, few, a bunch, view their appearance on. I mean, we talked about this a little bit last MNB show. We can talk about a bit more this MNB show as well. But how do directors look at themselves in terms of their activities on YouTube, and how do they perceive the reality that is YouTube? Does that make sense? I mean, a little bit, I suppose. I mean,
Perceiving the reality. When people
yeah,
like to take YouTube a little bit too
not
seriously.
even. No, it's not about seriousness. It's about Well, I guess it kind of fits between our previous topic on the last MLB show about professionality and how to take things personally, as opposed to finding a difference between the reality of real life and YouTube life. I mean, YouTube has its own little. I'm not gonna say life, but it has its own little realm. How about
Yeah,
that? We can use the word realm. Realm is a good word to use.
I think so.
Its own realm in terms of people. I mean, internet itself it's a realm of its own.
Yeah.
So, and since YouTube is part of internet realm, it really kind of goes hand in hand with internet. I guess internet, not YouTube in particular, would be the topic of the reality versus non-reality, right?
Right.
So, I mean, usually we have what? Be the bad guy, I mean, you be the good guy, I be the bad guy. Let's come back to that formula since it was marginally successful, I think. But since you're kind of a more matured individual, it's kind of be hard since now you can be just as much of a dick as I am, which makes me kind of sad because I wanted to have a monopoly on that.
Oh, don't worry. I still understand the good in the world.
Bullshit. You have beer goggles on now, bro. Beer goggles. So yeah,
Shush,
how about
shush, shush,
you
shush,
start
shush.
off? Yeah, shush. They don't need to know. How about you start off with, I guess, the good that can come out with people getting too engrossed in the realm of internet. And by the way, for those of you who don't know, we immigrants have a little bit sense of English language and American history, but what was the word I said? Engrossed means involved or yeah,
Deeply involved.
deeply involved or enveloped. Oh, that's a good word. I like that word, enveloped. Yeah, enveloped in this quote unquote world. So yeah, Brandon, how about go for it?
Okay. A couple
wait.
good things.
Brandon, sorry
Okay,
for cutting,
fine.
sorry for cutting you off. If anybody has questions, assuming anybody's watching it live, did I post it as
There's only one watching right now.
Oh
and
yeah,
I think
whatever.
that's me.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. But if anybody has questions, go for it and ask, I suppose. I mean, actually can go and actually announce it right now on YouTube. But yeah, go for it, Brandon. Go for it.
Okay, well, I think one of the couple reasons why being fully engrossed in the internet life can be good would probably be something like, hey, you're able to care about your videos and you'll be more in tune with what the fans want.
That's it?
To go along,
I'm like, that's it? Shit, that's fast.
Well, like that means you're going to be more willing to do extra stuff to make your fans happy, such as doing extra camera angles, using random stunts, going a little harder when it comes to editing, or just putting out more and more content. Content in general. I bit my tongue like I bit my tongue.
Well, it's practice. At least you won't bite someone else's. Well, no, biting someone else's tongue, if it's done in proper situation, is a very good thing. So I wouldn't discourage you from that.
Ow.
Badoosh.
Yeah. I could also imagine it means that you'd be more willing to help others actually do something along the lines of, creating certain vids. Like, Machinima community, if one director is failing, or one director needs help this badly, he'll usually ask for help because he obviously cares enough about his films to, hey, I need help. And some people are like, oh my god, it's a film, I gotta help! And so they help, and the community gets yummy.
Yummy.
Yummy. As in, like, easily to take down, like food, candy. Yes, candy.
Oh,
But,
explain to those of us who are immigrants and apparently cannot grasp the English language the way we want to.
okay.
Simple words. You know, we're immigrants. We're stupid.
All right. When one director helps another director, the entire community profits from it.
Oh, good. See, that was so simple. No one needs no big words, you silly American.
But candy is a small word.
No, candy is food. I like candy. I know, you said candid. With a D in the end. I'm so
Ooh.
smart. I'm genius. Fuck that, I'm a genius.
Mm.
See, self-praise is always good. When you think highly of yourself, regardless of what others think, that's when you know you're freaking grown up.
Either that or people think you're just condescending.
Oh yeah, oh condescending.
Oh, yeah,
It's such a
indeed.
big word to use for such a small brain.
But don't
Oh,
worry,
wait,
you're just
Brandon,
that
Brandon,
smart.
wait. Remember, I'm a stupid immigrant, so please explain to me what condescending means. I've been playing a lot of GTA, so I have Nico Bellic's accent going on right now. It's so sad because he is not Russian, and his accent is so not Slavic. I swear, it's like an American trying to force an accent, or a very, somebody who's been in America for a very long time of like Russian descent forgot how to properly do a Russian accent, and he's failing at it.
I know the
Oh,
feeling.
but I'll be honest, I never liked GTA, but for some reason this just connects with me. It just does. I can't explain why. I guess because the name of his brother is Roman, and my brother's name is the same. I suppose.
Ooh.
Well, his cousin's name, not brother's. I'm stupid. Whatever. Oh, so continue. Yes. Describe what condescending is for those of us who are impaired in
All right.
linguistics.
Well, I'm not a walking dictionary, but what I think condescending probably means is that you will look down on somebody while at the same time you would think that you're above them. It's possible to think that you're below someone and still look down on them, which is sort of a, what do you call that? A contradiction. Yeah.
Indeed, contradiction. I think we
Because, I
should
mean,
speak in funny accents. I don't know why.
but nobody would understand me.
Oh yes, well I don't know. That Russian accent you're doing right now is actually pretty decent. It's a fake Russian accent in terms of that every Russian uses this accent in every single video game.
I don't think
But
everybody rolls the R's like that.
no, but they have very strong emphasis on the R's and on Z. You see, not the, it's a Z. It's like ZE, not THE.
Oh, would you like to get down here?
Oh
No?
yeah, German. Yeah, yeah.
Yuck, yuck, yuck.
Reminds of War Thunder. We have to do War Thunder sometime when we're not bored of
Sometime.
it. But yeah,
But to go back to the condescending
condescending.
thing,
Yeah.
when somebody thinks that somebody else is worse off than they are, which can be something people will accidentally do. Obviously, everybody can be condescending at some point for, their own
Let
reasons.
me just add a little bit to you to this point. Sorry for breaking you up. I mean, I cut you off all the time. You cut me off sometimes too. But see, I don't have to apologize. Fuck you, man. I'm not sorry. What the hell are you talking about?
Continue.
Everybody is condescending, and everybody is contradictory. No matter what the case is, when you're in an argument with somebody, you're being condescending because you're trying to prove your point. You don't look at the other person's point as a equal point to yours, because why? You're arguing against it, so you're looking down on that point of view. And when you look down on somebody's point of view, people, it's something that people's psyche. I usually like moving my legs. People's psyche. Oh, my phone's ringing. Give me a second.
Oh my. Watch him get this phone call. While he's doing that, please listen to another song by Brandy.
Yeah,
Do 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 do. So, am I a pussy for singing? No? Good. Do 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 do. I wonder how long his phone call is going to last. I guess this means here's the special moment I've been waiting for. Mikey, you're on the phone. You can't talk at all, so you just got boned. Wow, this is the part where he's supposed to jump in and be like, oh, gotta wait, 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 gotta wait.
By the way, I am not sorry because there's something called real life, and then there's something that's beneath the dirt that's called internet.
Yes. I
I'm
think we
not.
talked about that.
No, we're gonna talk about it again today. So where was I? Oh yeah. So technically speaking, you see, I'm not moving right now because I'm moving my hands because as a psychologist, I like moving my hands. But yeah, I have a degree, so fuck you people. Um, so yeah, what I wanted to say is that when you look down on somebody's point, a lot of, I would say, from my studies, most of the people. See, I don't want to put a number on it because the numbers of statistics usually very skewed in what you call it, in the favor of the one who's talking. So I'm not gonna say the percentages, but most of the people that I've encountered during my practices in college and when I went to the psych wards and prisons and whatnot for my extracurricular activities, a lot of people connect that when somebody looks down upon their point of view, they look down on them as a person, which is not true. No matter how you try to pose, it's just not true. Somebody, well, let's just put it that way. When somebody looks down upon my point of view or Brandon's point of view or whoever, let it be Joe's point of view, a smart thing to do is to remember that you're in an argument or a debate, that they're not looking down on you as a person, they're looking down on your point of view. For example, Brennan likes anime and he will defend anime, and I will look down upon anime because I don't like anime. So when me and Brandon have debates and arguments, we don't have debates, we have arguments. We have arguments about anime. I look down upon the point of view that he has on anime, not upon him as a person. And a lot of people, especially those who are younger, those who didn't actually go through puberty, and people who are still in sort of lower tier educational facilities, they think that when somebody is looking down upon their point of view, whichever point they may be, that they look down upon them. And thus they, oh, he's condescending, oh, he's pretentious, yada, 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 yada. However, there's some truth to it. Because technically when you are arguing with somebody, you yourself kind of look past that. Oh, hey, I look down upon his point of view. And then you look down upon him because that's just human nature. You just do it automatically, Brandon.
Yes.
And everybody, there isn't a person living right now on this planet that has not done that. Anybody who states otherwise not only is ignorant, but he's probably doesn't even realize that. It's more or less a fault of us as being human being, as opposed to a fault of a how should I say this? A personal fault, a flaw. There you go.
There we go.
So there, yeah, that's what I wanted to add to your point of condescension and whatnot. I guess you can continue with the community thing.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's not much else left over. It's just that when you get engrossed in it, engrossed.
By the way, that means enveloped. And enveloped
Yeah.
means consumed, and consumed means something else. See, we immigrants, we have some sort of brains in our heads, you know? I mean, obviously. See, people actually look down upon us immigrants because,
Oh,
obviously,
poor Mike.
English language is not the first language, so they right away assume that they can say something and I won't pick it up. It's kind of very stupid considering that most immigrants know more about American history than Americans themselves, and most people know more about America in general than Americans themselves, because usually Americans are kind of stupid.
All the Americans care about America. All they need is food, right?
No, see, I like to generalize. Why? See, wait, I think somebody came home that I have to talk to. Brandon, take over.
Oh boy. Wait, is this
Oh wait,
me?
the topic. Okay, I mean, I guess you can continue talking about Americans. Go for it.
Oh, no. I'll talk about the bad. Okay, well, while he's gone, I'll talk about the bad part of being totally engrossed in the community then, since, Mikey will come back and he'll do his own little spiel on it too, so it'll just be a nice chance for me to do it without any interruption whatsoever. A couple of the bad parts of being fully engrossed in a community means that, as Mikey said, you will start taking a little too personal of a stance towards your videos and your own, how do I say, content and your own efforts to help other people. For example, If somebody says your video sucks, you are going to take it like it's a stab wound to your heart, and you are going to act like a 5-year-old. Similarly, say you're on a, how do you call it? Jungle gym. There we go. There's a little kid who's up higher than you on the jungle gym. He kicks you off. You get on, you grab his leg like a sore loser, and you drag him under the jungle gym. That's what sort of happens if somebody doesn't like you and you just, get a whole bunch of your friends. Bye, guys. Kick them off the jungle gym. Another bad thing that can happen is that when you're too engrossed in machinima. Oh, wow. Mikey is loud. Oh, he's on his way back. Hurry, hurry, everybody, back! Ah! Is he gone? He's gone. Is he? Wait for it.
All right.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah. Once again, there's much more important things going on than internet. Yeah, my grandfather came back from some tests from the hospital, so I had to come by. Well, not had to. I mean, I would have come by either way. I mean, fuck you people on YouTube.
All right.
Who cares about you? My grandpa more important than you pricks. Oh, what you gonna do? You gonna cry?
Right now, I literally just broached the thing about the bad side.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so what did you say? Just give me like a little.
I made an analogy about kids on a jungle gym who, if somebody above them kicks them off, they'll climb back up with a whole bunch of friends and kick that person off.
Oh, come on, bro. Yeah, it's disgusting.
It's not disgusting. They're wood chips. They're very comfortable to fall on.
Well, you see, we in Europe, we don't have the luxury of wood chips. We had pavement and stones and sometimes grass. So we Europeans, especially those from the ex-Soviet countries, we actually have the ability to experience the discomforts of being a child, and the things that usually Americans don't have. The rubber pavements that have been here for like since the 50s. The fact that your parent has to be there with you to watch your little sorry ass and lick it if you cry. And of course, the fact that kids from the age of 5 know that if their mommy or daddy hits them, they can cry and then talk to a lady, and then their parents will be taken away from them. See, I guess that's why parents of today, especially of 2000s and the early 90s in America, they don't really hit their kids.
Yes, instead they choose to give their kids a, what do you call it? Parenting in the form of pills?
Oh, I don't know. You tell me. I don't know about the pills. All I know is that the American parents, and once again, I'm not pulling this out of my ass. I'm an educated individual who has a degree in 2 things, and I am rather not a child from a high school reunion that you went to the other day because you're now a senior. So yeah. What I know from the subject, which we covered really lightly in sociology, it wasn't really something big. Obviously, it wasn't my major, so I really didn't give a fuck about it. But it's the fact that obviously not all, but if you look even in the modern media, do you really notice any hitting going on or some... Well, Brandon, we're not looking at your case. Let's put your case aside. Let's not make it personal.
From what I've seen, I ignore what my case was. So.
Yeah, it's. Well, I'm not saying no. Well, you know what I mean. I mean, we can't really judge that as generalization, which is what actually that's what I want to talk about, generalization. But yeah, anyway, today kids can just shout and they're aware of that their parents can't hit them, or they my parents hit me, spanked me. My parents punished me, which would be considered cruel here in America, but believe it or not, people don't know what cruel is, especially American children. They just what they see on the news, that's not cruelty. It's literally, you can't really define that. What you see in the news is the mommy killed daddy, or daddy killed mommy, or mommy choked little kids. That's not cruelty. That's called homicide. But believe me, there's some shit that going on outside of the walls of the United States that people don't get it, and they bitch about the United States. As a person who came from another country, I can tell you that the United States is an amazing country. It's as much problems as it has. it's just heaven. It's heaven compared to things that Europeans from ex-Soviet countries had to go through. And that's we learned in a young age, and anybody who's from there will tell you, we don't take shit from nobody. Because when you walk on the street from the school and every other day you're being mugged by a white kid, not a black kid, you really get to learn how to stand up to the idiots and morons who are ignorant. But yeah, anyway, topic change. Not topic change, but things I want to talk about. The generalization thing, right? That have been brought up a few times, especially when you generalize machinimas. We can kind of sort of make it director X slash two machine. Oh, that's a boss. I didn't realize I was fighting a boss. I guess generalization, Brendan. How about what's your opinion on when you generalize something? Is it done because you're ignorant, or is it done for a specific reason, or whatever? Why do you generalize? I know everybody generalizes, by the way.
Yeah, since everybody does generalize, whenever I want to generalize something, it's because I personally feel I understand it, and so I can make a short little one-sentence summary of what it is. That's just what I feel when I generalize something. Whether or not I actually know everything about it.
That's a different story, but
yeah.
And that's once again, it's a case with everybody. It's not a something that only happens to you or me or to a Bob Dylan from Dylan Enterprises in Jamaica. I like the way I said that, Bob Dylan. Isn't it an American singer?
Yeah. My photography class actually had to do some of his poetry
Ooh.
and model photos after his stuff.
Cool. Photography
Indeed.
class. Yeah. We're gonna talk about that topic too. Thanks for reminding me. That was a topic. Useless things you can learn in life. I'll explain why they're useless, Brandon. I'm not saying it is useless because you know it, but you know what I mean. So yeah. I guess the generalization is, why do I generalize? Okay, great. Hey, Brandon, let me ask you this. What would you rather hear? Brandon, people who are half white and half black usually do not know the either side. I'm talking to you personally because you are half white and half black. And when I
Okay.
do that is that because you obviously are the person that I'm targeting right now. I believe that people who are half white, half black, and once again, this is just an example. It doesn't mean I actually think that, Brandon. I
Right.
mean, you know, you realize that. People who are watching that are probably gonna skim through it and not realize the point. But I think that people who are half white and half black do not belong in society at all. You, Brandon, you don't belong in this society. Now, when somebody uses your name, how do you take it?
That's where I start to care.
Right, like when you are being singled out of the crowd, you're being pointed at and used as a specific point of interest. That makes people extremely what?
Very, it feels like you would back somebody into a corner with that.
You become uncomfortable, irritable,
Indeed.
you become very frustrated, and you feel, well, obviously you feel targeted because you are being targeted. However, what if I would say same thing but not use your name and ambiguously hint on the subject of being half black and half white? For example,
Then,
saying something like people of, no, boom, people of mixed race generally do not fit into society due to their inconsistencies in their color skin or in their physical structure. They usually find themselves as an outcast and as if they don't belong in the community. Well, I believe that they do not belong in this community. I do not have anything against them. Which is the same thing that I said before, except not only did I not use you as an example, but I also generalized it in the way which can be applied to many people and not to you.
thus opening up or thus making an opening for every single mixed race person to voice their opinion about it.
And not feel as if you personally are being backed in the corner. Now you have a support of your fellow friends. Well, I really shouldn't say that. You have support of your fellow people, which with whom you can agree or disagree within the given forum. For example, I would make a thread on a forum about this topic. People on that forum can come and voice their opinion, as opposed to me going to your personal email and mailing it to you. I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Generalizing. Much better. So yeah.
Much better.
And when we talk about machinimas, how do you generalize in machinimas? For example, I've been told that in the period between 2006 and 2009 or 10, there have been extremely a lot of different kinds of machinimas. Now, Brandon, let me ask you this. Have you watched every single machinima of the era?
No.
Have you watched specific machinimas of the era?
Yes.
So can you say that most of them were X and Y as opposed to going A, B, C, D, E, F, G, S, X, Y, Z?
I would.
Which one is more to the point?
Probably just the generalization.
Yeah, X, Y. You're not going to list every single type of machinima. You're just going to list something that you believe was there.
Representative of
Yeah,
the
representative of the era. So that's how you generalize in machinima terms, as opposed to personal terms. And why would you generalize in all? As we said in the beginning of this little shindig that we're going on, is the fact that you don't want to spend an hour explaining something you can explain in 5 minutes. If anybody has a brain on their head, they will kind of understand what you're going with. If somebody wants to be picky, they'll be picky and they'll probably confront you on the subject. There's no way to control it at all. So
Indeed.
I guess it's all left up to the person who's talking, at which point it doesn't show. It shows that person's, I don't know how to explain it, ability to generalize themselves.
Yeah. I think there is somebody, like some sort of quote that said, if you can't explain it simply, you don't know what you're talking about. So,
True. Actually, that's a very good thing. I mean, I don't explain everything simply, but it's because I have Ukrainian, Russian, and English in my head at the same time, so sometimes I have to repeat myself. Or add on to the points. You know, it's like you speaking Spanish. You know Spanish, but you know that you might be wrong at some point. So you really want to make sure that you're not wrong, so you repeat yourself. That's not a
Indeed.
show of stupidity when you repeat yourself. It's a show of being cautious. I guess that's the lightest way of putting it. Cautious,
Nowadays.
boy, cautious. All right, so we spoke about what? Initiative. We spoke about the primary topic that we're talking about. Why do people take YouTube or internet a bit more to the engrossment factor, right? That was the main thing. So we kind of
Right.
talked about the director's point of view when you generalize, and how directors perceive the said things through the lens of YouTube, I suppose. But I guess the biggest thing is going on is the fact that what does internet provide that real life can't?
Um,
The simplest terms.
the simplest terms. Things you can't do in real life.
Well, okay, let me explain. Anonymity. I guess
There we
that's
go.
the biggest one. And then the Brandon's thing, the fact that you can do shit you can't do in real life, and that you can do in l'internet. See the way
Yeah.
I did the French?
Because, to be fair, I mean, if you have a big enough, how do you call it, persona on the internet, you sort of cast away anonymity, but
True. You become, see, I don't want to say comfortable.
when,
I guess,
when you become part of the world, then you're recognized. You can't really hide behind a screen name
true,
anymore.
True, but most of the directors, that's not the case. If you look, especially right now, nobody uses their real name except few select people. And why? Because, hey, I want to be hidden unless you're my friend. But that's the thing. The fact that you can hide behind a computer screen and nobody will know anything true about you except people you choose to. And even then, you can still, I would say, hide behind the fact that, alright, okay, so I want to explain it right without being a little bit, frank, if you know what I mean. And frank is not a name. There's also a term called frank. For those of us immigrants who don't really understand, frank means like honest or blunt. Yeah, blunt. Blunt is the best. I
There we
like
go.
using blunt. Blunt. By the way, blunt, just so you know, for those of us immigrants who don't understand, because obviously we're immigrants, blunt does not mean something like dull. It just means directly in your face. And we can actually go forth and explain even that. I mean, but what are we, children? Come on, let's use our heads. We don't need to explain every single term. You should be able to understand it. Our favorite immigrants. I love it. I love immigrants. I don't know why. Oh wait, I'm one. I'm prejudiced. Oh
Oh, there we go. Wait, isn't that biased?
no, I'm prejudiced. Let's remember we're using terms that everybody can understand. So
Oh,
even if
yeah.
something means something else, we have to say prejudice. Otherwise, people won't understand it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, if we say biased, it doesn't mean that you're leaning towards one or two. It just means you're prejudiced. You know, it's like racism. It's like a guy hires a black guy instead of a white guy. He's prejudiced against white people. Because
But why?
there's no way the black guy just can be better. He has to be prejudiced, man. That's just the way internet works. You just can't have an opinion, man. You just can't have an opinion.
It's so sad.
It is. It's like world is coming to an end. It's 2012 in 2013.
Goodness.
Damn, I'm good. I didn't. I just thought of that right off the bat. So where were we again? I forgot. All this explaining to our immigrant friends. It was. Damn it.
Prejudice.
Yeah, I have to understand so many times. Oh, wait. Where were we? I lost, Brandon. See,
We
that's
were
what
talking
happens.
about the personal nature of being on the internet.
Oh yeah, there you go. Hiding behind a screen name. Okay, great. So just as Brandon said, when you become sort of a big, not big. Okay, you see, you can't say big. When you become comfortable enough to not take shit on the internet seriously, you can use your real name. I mean, let's be honest. How many times does Ray William Johnson get a bad email, or some public activist on the internet gets shat on? People who usually reveal their names aren't really scared of the internet because they know there's a big barrier between the internet and real life, and what you do on the internet does not necessarily reflect what you are in real life, which is actually a double-edged sword, Brandon.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Well, just like you said, when you can hide behind the internet, behind the screen, you usually act upon things that bother you in your real life. So, for example, Brandon, let's pretend you were bullied in school.
Okay.
You're a geek. Nobody's talking to you. Nobody wants to hang out with you. And your only friend is the porno website at home. I am just making this such a grim. But you know what? That's reality of things. Some people are like that. And when they come on the internet, they act upon their emotions. And that's kind of... You see, I don't want to say psychologically proven because that makes me sound extremely unprofessional. But there is some truth to the statement. So when this poor little child who's lonely, who sits in the back of the class alone, who doesn't have many friends, when he comes to internet, he has the ability to create a new persona, to create a new individual, separate from his person in real life. That's what a lot of role players do, except role players have head on their shoulders to realize what's real and what's not. But these people, they create this personality, and then they merge with it to a point where Transformers. Kudos to you. Kudos. That was very clever. And then this person, in a way, takes over the person that they are in real life. So now when they're online, they don't think like they would in real life. They think like they would in their virtual life. So a wimpy 110-pound kid with no muscles online, I mean in real life, who's lonely, doesn't have a lot of friends, and being picked on in school, will act out upon these emotions in online world. Is that such a far-fetched thing, Brandon?
No. I mean, it is a world where you can do literally anything you want, and
Without repercussions of being punched in the face.
and nobody knows you beforehand, so you can act any way you want when you first enter.
Yeah, it's like this one time I read not in the newspaper, but in my college online course, which not online course, but I was online in college, so I read it. There was this kid. He was a guy, not a kid. I shouldn't say kid. A guy. He was like 25 years old. He pretended he was a girl.
Oh, those are always fun.
Yeah, but no, you don't get it. He actually became a girl.
Wait, what? Ah?
The way he talked is that online he was portraying himself as a woman so much that in real life he changed his gender to meet with the person online that he met that he really liked. So he went under the procedure without letting the other guy know, just to meet him.
That
So sad.
um
So these things go extremely far.
that's a rather extreme case though.
Yeah, it is, but it was fun to listen to, wasn't it? Can you imagine that, Brandon? Just imagine
I
that.
I mean, there are times where I felt like trolling somebody and doing something less extreme like that. It's just like, hey, I'm just going to make a character or something on an MMO. Okay, I can do this. And then, I can mess around, but I would never go that far. God, that scares me.
Well, that's the extreme case, but most of the time, people just act upon the emotions that they gather during their daily life of being either a loser or a jock or whatever, and they act upon them inside the virtual world, giving them things that they otherwise would not do. And that's obviously true for everything, not only YouTube, but a forum, a online video game. People grow balls. Let's just say it that way. People grow balls when they're online, even though they will never have these balls in real life. That's what internet does to us as human beings, which is why people look down upon it in the government. Video games, violent video games, that's bullshit, but violent video games, they make people violent. Well, it's true to the point, but they stay violent online and aggressive and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I guess, where does this map take me? Seriously.
I don't know. It's a map. Maps take you places that you do not know about.
It's
That's why you
giant.
use a map.
But why is it taking me so those assholes, they added extra world space.
Isn't that good?
Oh, these are the extra missions.
It looks like
Oh.
a third-person Borderlands type deal to me. I don't know.
Shut up, I have to drive all the way to the other continent.
I just saw you spawn a car.
I know, I'm epic. So yeah, where was I? Yeah, so the reason why people act out online is because they act upon emotions they can't do in the real life. You see, me and Brandon, we're cool. We don't have to substitute anything.
Yeah.
I've been. Well, you want to talk about what you've been? I mean, I'm gonna talk what I've been. It's easier.
Been, as in like life experiences
In high
or
school. In high
high
school.
school. I don't know. I was really indifferent during my first year of high school because it was just like, I I I cared more about books than I cared about people because it was just like, hey, if I start talking to random people, it'll cut into my life at home. I've got a brother I need to take care of, and I don't feel like devoting a lot of time to other people when I could just carry something around in my pocket that will make me happy in the short term.
Wait, are you
And
talking about a dildo? What? I'm sorry, I
no, I'm
had to
talking
make
about
it.
a good book.
I wanted to make a dildo joke. I'm sorry. Go for
But
it.
um, the only this is one of the only reasons why I don't think it's too bad to get your personality from the internet. I was really withdrawn during the first year or so of my high school career, I guess. And I just didn't care about anybody, and I didn't feel like talking to most people. I was just more interested in, hey, got to get through my classes, get good grades, get a good job later on, and then do what I want after college. Then I'll dedicate my time to meeting new people and stuff like that.
Which is actually a pretty logical thing to do.
Yeah, and then, as I started doing the internet and, voice acting in particular, I was sort of thrown into meeting more and more people.
On the
And
internet, let's just make that clear. There's a
yeah,
difference between meeting
on the internet.
people, between meeting people in real life and the internet. Uh, I guess I can talk about this on my turn. So go
Yeah.
for it.
And so as I had to deal with more people over the internet, I was like, I noticed that some people actually need help. I'll start branching out a little bit and I'll start being kinder, I guess. Because if I kept my real life personality, where I was just withdrawn and stuff, I probably wouldn't be where I am right now doing the M&B show, you know?
My bitch,
How
my bitch. Oh
does
wait. You're
everyone
like my bitch. Sorry, you're like my bitch. There's a big difference.
careful, you'll get quoted. But
Oh, oh yeah. No, don't you mean cut up and then quote it?
there we go.
Ugh, disgusting.
But as my internet personality was supposed to be like, hey, I'm the open guy who'll voice act for anybody. I'll do any role you want me to because I just want to help you get your stuff out there and so everybody else could be happy. And I sort of started applying that to my real life and I started grabbing friends. I started doing less book reading and more hanging out with people. And it sort of helped me, but that's just my side.
I can actually tell you that internet had nothing to do with that. I'll tell you that right off the bat. As a,
Okay,
somebody who
go.
was with the
Give it to me.
reason why you did that is because you were growing up and your life situation in your home kind of started to level out and you became more confident yourself. Internet had zero, almost nothing to do with it. It's called coincidental uh, factors that
Coincidence.
yeah, coincidence. Don't give internet too much praise and take away
Not
from
too
your
much. I do
yeah
know that it's all about my own starting
yeah.
personality
It's
anyway.
believe me, the fact that you started helping people here had minute effects on your real life. Otherwise, I would probably suggest you seek help. But let's not talk about help yet. But yeah, just so you know, it did have effect, but it's not as big as you're trying to make it sound to be. It's not. It was you, man. I'm telling you, it was you. Pat
You
yourself on
just
the
ran
back.
somebody over.
I did? Oh, shut
Yeah.
up. I'm a bad driver. Well, I'm a good driver. He was a bad guy, so I suppose. So my truck is good. It has spikes. All right. So where was it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So
Wait.
what
No. Where
you
was I?
did during like what high school
Oh.
or
Oh.
whatever.
Oh. Bro, my high school was awesome. I was a jock. I was a bully. Oh wait, that sounds so bad. But wait, let's quote him on that. Oh no.
Mikey was a bully. Everybody quote him now.
But okay, so let me rephrase that. I've been to every level of high school imaginable, except the goth and emo kids. I never fit in with those guys because I kind of never really could force myself to wear goth clothing. It was just so uncomfortable. And the rings, nipple rings, those would be cool, but I don't want to pierce my nipples. They hurt. But so yeah, I was in every single facet of high school possible. I was nerdy. I was jockey. I was on a team. I was a smartass. I was a prick. I was a nice guy. I was the guy who was volunteering for everything. I was selling candies. I was helping a club. Everything imaginable I did in high school. Had plenty of friends. Made through. See, I have little bit different definition of what a friend is, because I don't consider people online my friends. I'm sorry. Well, Brendan is special. Brendan, don't cry. Don't cut your wrists, man. Don't take things seriously online. You're gonna don't. But if you do want to cut your wrists, there's a very good procedure for it. What you do, and please do not try this at home. As a disclaimer, do not try this at home. It is not healthy. You will die.
Okay. Well,
What
let's
you
get
do,
off that.
so yeah, what you do is you take ice.
Ice.
You put ice in a sink. You fill the sink up with water and you clog it. You put your arm inside the sink and you take a razor blade. You wait like 4 or 5 minutes until your arm goes numb and then you slowly cut the vein. And that is how you commit suicide, by cutting your veins.
You know, I'm holding my wrist right now, like, no, 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 no.
Please do not try this at home. The reason I'm saying, because unfortunately I had to work on a case that involved that.
Okay,
It was
I'm just gonna
very
tell
fun.
everybody who's watching this now, I would never, ever do that. There are much cleaner ways to probably kill yourself, and I do not want
You
to do
know,
anything pain
most of
related.
them, most of them are really pussy out ways. Like, gun to the head is sort of okay.
That's messy though.
Pills,
I don't want
pills,
to clean up a mess.
pills is a coward's way out. Cutting a wrist is a coward's way out. If you really want to do like a real manly way to commit suicide, just go against the cop.
What?
Suicide by cop.
I'd rather go like fight lions or something. There we
Even
go.
better, go to Africa, get eaten by a lion. That's a way to die as a man.
Nah, man.
Even
I'll
as
be,
a
like,
woman.
freaking out in Australia fighting rhinos, and are rhinos in Australia? No, they're probably not. I'll get killed by a kangaroo.
There
know,
you
just
go. But remember,
beatbox a kangaroo and it
most
kicks
of
me in
these
the
creatures
throat.
are on the endangered species list.
Uh,
So I wouldn't suggest you go
It's
and
okay
kill everybody.
if a ranger or something with a gun comes. I'll be like, no, don't shoot the rhino. I'm gonna take this on myself with
So
my
yeah, where
bare
was I?
hands.
Wait, let's come back to my topic. Jesus Christ, you're stealing the show. So yeah, I've literally been everywhere. I've been picked on, and I picked on somebody. It's the reason why, and people will, oh, you're such a dick, man. You're such a horrible person. It's called high school. I've been picked on in high school in my first 2 years until I realized I just don't have to take it. Grow some balls, man. Grow some balls, Mikey. And you know,
Grenade.
see, there's a big difference between growing balls and having balls already, but not using them properly. That still doesn't sound nice, but it's the best way I can put it. It's like you have to realize things that you can and you can't do as you as a person. And internet will never help you with that. I hear some stories. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man! I not right in the head. Not right in the head. Unfortunately, there are people who believe that internet is responsible for a lot of their achievements. I just gotta say to you, you're giving internet so much credit where it's not due. Ugh. But yeah, especially how does this pertain to directors? A lot of directors, and I'm gonna put that word director in quotes, directors. They come into their YouTube career, if you can call it that,
I guess.
in high
I mean,
school.
some people get paid, I guess, but
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying that 14 years old and you're on internet and you're arguing and that's builds very bad character. I came in as a grown person. I came in as an established person. I already had a personality to evolve that did not need evolution. I came in as a person who could realize what's real and what is internet. And that is the biggest problem that we have right now with people on the internet, and it's always gonna be. It's never gonna go away. It's the fact that people come in a young age when they're still developing as a person, where the internet envelops, engrosses them so much, they attribute their internet personality into their actual personality, which creates an extremely narcissistic, egotistic, manipulative person. It's it's like it's like mini Hitlers.
mini Hitlers.
Yeah, it's like
Just short of killing people over videos on the internet.
oh Jesus Christ! Don't even get me started. I mean, it's one thing when you're defending your content. It's another thing when you're attacking somebody because of something else. I honestly I don't think I've have I. I think there were a few times where I had a heated argument about a film that wasn't even mine. One time there was.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it was actually defending Rise of the Spartans, and I was
Oh,
defending my character and a few others, but it was sort of heated. I would suppose it was heated, but at some point I'm like, not worth it. Bye. And then they blocked me, so I was like, oh, thank you. I don't have to block you. I'm so happy. Yay. I'm telling you, it's. I sometimes just do things. I just sit back and I realize, like, why are you doing this? It's like internet, real life. Find the difference. It's. Brendan, what's your opinion on this? There you go. Go
what,
for it.
arguing on the internet?
No, not arguing, but the fact how internet affects kids. I would suppose. I mean, since we are actual mature people and adults, we can discuss this topic without having resort to. Ew, it's not true. Ew, I know more than you because I'm on internet. Go for it.
I just think it's a waste of time, mostly.
Right?
I mean, if it's going to be like, oh, I've lost my opinion of you after you said this or that on the internet, and then, some people actually feel intimidated by other people over the internet.
It's such a silly thing. It's
What can somebody on the internet do to you physically?
exactly. It's like you're prosecuting somebody on the internet. It's like prosecuting somebody for eating a hot dog,
Yeah.
the kind of hot dog that you don't like.
To be fair, like, I know that cyberbullying might have some sort of deal with it, but
Brandon,
I
let me tell you something about cyberbullying before you continue. Maybe you'll change your mind. There is a specific definition of what cyberbullying is.
Okay.
Not everything can be applied to as a cyberbullying. Calling somebody a faggot on internet is not cyberbullying. Saying somebody you're stupid is not cyberbullying. What cyberbullying is what you read in the newspapers, which cover the topics when a gay boy was filmed having sexual relations with another gay boy without his permission, posted on the internet and spread around. When he was exposed publicly without his permission. That is what cyberbullying is. When this poor little 14-year-old boy jumped off Manhattan Bridge and died when he contacted with his head in the water. That is what cyberbullying is. Is when your action on the internet exposes somebody to that level where they commit suicide because of it.
There we go.
That's what cyberbullying is. I just wanted to define it clearly because I heard people spread that word a lot lately without actual legal definition of what it is. Even I didn't give a legal definition because there is no proper legal definition. Everything is done by precedent, not president. You silly immigrants, precedent.
Something that precedes.
Yeah, something that happens for the first time. Precedent. I don't want to spell it because I probably spell it wrong. Me and my English. I'm an immigrant.
Okay.
I'm such a poor excuse of a human being because I'm an immigrant. Obviously, I don't know anything about America.
Oh my.
I don't know nothing about America, man. Nothing.
Well,
I'm
let's
an immigrant.
continue.
Yeah. So yeah, now you can do your cyberbullying bit.
Combine the fact that the common idea of cyberbullying is when somebody does say something rude to you on the internet, then combine it with people who take the internet too seriously. That's a double header for a sensitive boy who will sit on his computer at home and cry if somebody on the internet will actually call him a name.
See, I wouldn't go into those specifics. Let's generalize, not to single people out because people will get singled out even though you don't really mean them. So let's generalize that. A lot of children on the internet of the ages 14 to even 19 to 20, and believe me, people are called children at the age of 17 by people who are much older. But the point is, people of that age, children, kids, teens, they're easily affected by the internet in terms of how they build their personality. And they do not have appropriate tools at their disposal to separate what is reality and what's an internet. So they combine the two and then they react to the internet as if they would to a real life experience and vice versa. They will react to a real life experience as they would to an internet. But in most cases, they react to internet as real life, which is actually where most of the problems are coming from.
Sometimes I really hope some people wouldn't treat the real life like the internet because, I mean, Grand Theft Auto is a good game, but you do not treat it like you would treat somebody in matchmaking on Grand Theft Auto. I've seen people whack each other across the world with a helicopter rotor.
I want to do it in real life. I want to see if that happens. Yay!
Freaking. I suppose that would help him become a functional member of society, right? You know, he'll work hard, he'll get through whatever he has to get through in order to become a helicopter pilot. Then he's going to ruin it all in one day where he just wants to just fly straight into
Yeah, and then he's gonna go to
road,
jail, and then he's gonna
everything.
he's gonna face trial for manslaughter. Chances are,
Since he treats life like the internet, he'll just be like, LOL, and he'll just sit in
OMG,
there
haha.
writing fan fictions about, I don't know, Minecraft characters.
Yeah, right. Well, why does that sound so familiar? Who did that? Are you quoting somebody? Because that sounds way too real to
Fan
be just
fictions
made
about
up.
Minecraft characters?
Oh wait, never mind. That I know.
I don't know anybody who did that.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess that's the part where we kind of can close down the topic of seriousness and internet and so forth and so on.
Yeah.
But a topic of the directors is going a little bit overboard sometimes. Yeah, it happens. That's something that we as people will always do. Overreact, overanalyze, and then
Oh, Mikey, we've got 7 people watching now.
holy shit, better than 5 of them are trolls.
Oh no.
What are we going to do, Brandon?
We're going to pee our pants and strap on some tutus. Here we
No,
go.
Brandon, and then we're going to change ourselves because somebody told us on the internet to do so. Brandon, I guess that's a topic that we can discuss next. Change. So that's pretty short topic. Hey, Brandon, would you take anybody on the internet seriously?
Not really.
Not really. Would you change yourself in any way, regardless of what somebody does on the internet or tells you to do on the internet?
Not really. I mean, I don't care who you are. If I don't want to do something, you're not gonna make me do it if you're on the internet.
Would you change any aspect of your personality in real life because somebody said something to you on the internet?
Not really. I'll still be me even if they don't like me.
Brandon, do you give a shit about people on the internet? Once again, for those of you who cannot grasp the concept of generalization, we're not talking about personal people. We have Zach that we care for. We have Maria that we care for. We have our group of quote unquote friends on the internet that we care for. But as a general, Brandon, do you give a shit about anybody on the internet?
In general, not really.
Once
I'm not
again,
going to
for,
die over it.
for those of you who can't grasp the concept of what generalization means, it means when you say things about a lot, not one.
Yeah. I'm referring, as in general, just the people who can't physically do anything to me. They won't affect my life in any way, whether or not I, quote unquote, know them. Eh,
No.
if they don't impact me, I don't really care about them. So,
All right. That's the best answer I heard. Well, yeah, that's the only answer that I want to hear. Okay, great. How about this, Brandon? Let's switch. Let's turn the tables. You, as a person, do you act marginally different on the internet as opposed to in real life, or you definitely have extremely different personalities?
marginally.
Marginally. So, give an example.
Okay, recently I've had my friend Corey over a lot.
Yeah, I know. See, I'm first-hand experience when I can't do shit with Brandon because of Corey. Corey, we still love you. Go for
Yeah.
it.
You see, when I'm with Corey, I'll be, just the way I normally am. I'll be sort of quiet-ish. You don't see me being a motor mouth whenever Mikey's not talking, or whenever he is talking. I'm not gonna try my hardest to break into his train of thought. And
Unlike
we'll
me.
chat, and if something happens, usually whenever he's over, we'll like, hey, let's go walk to the park or something and just look at chicks or something.
And then Mikey gets pissed because, Brandon, where the fuck are you? And then
Yeah.
10 hours later, I was with Corey. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay,
And
what's wrong?
like, it's not too bad. I mean, I act more or less the same. I play video games. I'll enjoy them if I'm playing with a buddy, and we'll walk around. I'll do things I normally wouldn't do sometimes. Like, I don't normally go out on a walk for no other reason than the fact that, hey, I need to move my legs. Because if
Hell
I need to
yeah.
move my legs, I'll just be like, hey, let me just kick my leg a bit before it falls asleep.
Sleep, sleep, sleep.
And,
Leg.
I'll act a little bit more sociable because it's like, no reason not to. Might as well. He's a buddy. And on the internet, well, you can see how I act right now. I mean, I'm not cussing at all. I'm not like freaking out about somebody who did
Blah, blah,
something
blah, blah,
on the
blah.
internet. Oh no, somebody says they don't like me. Oh, my
Time for
gosh,
me
it's
to
time
go and
get
cut my
mommy.
wrists. Brandon, go
No.
cut your wrists the way I told you to. It's the best way.
No, I'd rather light myself on fire.
Hey, you're like my bitch, so do it.
No. That joke is never going to.
It's not dying ever.
But
Yeah, that's about it. There is no difference.
I mean, there's no point in acting different because it's not like anybody's gonna
Unless-
think any less or more of me on the internet. And if they think less of me
Who
for
cares?
I don't know something, then what they think of me isn't really my business. So
Yeah, first of all, we can't do anything about that. Because
Yeah.
trying to. See, Brendan, to continue with your topic, unless you're not done.
oh, go for it.
Oh, yeah. See, to continue with the topic, people, once again, the reason why I say it's not because I'm just saying it. I have some sort of degree. And I'm gonna shove it down your throat, guys. I do have a degree. So, Fuck you, uneducated pricks. I have the right to say so. I can look down upon you because I have credentials to do so. Just like a police officer will look down upon me if I pee in the park. He has the right to do so.
Watch out. So there's a group of 3 friends who were watching this. It went from 4 watching to 7 watching. That means there's like a group of 3. They're just like, we love this show. All right.
Well, what? So what about it?
It just means we have fans who come in groups.
Or we have trolls who came here to snip and snap and curse at cats.
So, I mean, they can watch all they want, I guess.
Yeah, it's like, who can? I mean, hold on. But I'm just saying, for people who are watching out there. But anyway, so where was I? See, you bro. See, I know how you feel now. Oh yeah. So what? Damn it! No, seriously, where was I? I completely.
Acting online, da, 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 da.
No. There was something specific I was talking about.
Something specific.
Yeah. Oh shit! I wish I could go back and release them. Can you go? No, I don't want you to go away.
I was talking about how I act online versus
Oh,
how I act
oh.
in real life.
Oh yeah. I was talking about statistics. Oh yeah. Oh, there you go. I got it. Thank you. Even though you didn't do nothing, I just say thank you because I'm nice. Oh no, I'm not a nice. I'm a dickhead. Oh blah 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 blah. So where was I? Damn it! I lost it again.
We just went over this. Statistics.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Statistics. Yeah. Never use statistics, but I'm gonna say that. Wow. No, seriously, I lost it, Brandon. Just go say something. I'll remember it.
Oh, okay. I'm awesome on the internet. I'm awesome in real life. You guys should get together and work to love me because I'm a prick.
Blah 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 blah. You are?
No.
You are?
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not. No way. No way.
I love you all.
Liar, you don't love us all.
Not all, but most.
Liar, you love select people. Don't you know you have to be specific, otherwise your point does not make sense, you're just generalizing.
Okay, I love you, Blondie. Hi.
Oh, I love Blunty. See, that we can say. Blunty is just awesome.
We're just gonna single him out of the crowd. Do you feel targeted, Blondie?
Yeah,
Do
machine.
you feel targeted?
You British cunt. See, I can say that because I know he knows I'm not serious. But then again, somebody will cut it up and say, oh, he called this guy cunt. Shame on you. It's time to prosecute you like you were an illegal immigrant.
The 3 people left again.
Oh.
Where'd they go? I miss those 3 people now. Who are they?
They're noobs.
By the way, we've gotten to an hour.
Already? Jesus Christ, we talk too much.
We've been having fun with this. So
yeah, we
that's
did.
the whole point of this anyway. So.
Yeah, I mean, well, we're doing it for who? For people who want to watch. Okay, fine. We'll switch the topics. Why do we exist on YouTube, Brandon? I think that is the most important reason. Why?
Is it supposed to be a life story sort of deal, or?
Oh no, it's about why we're here, right now.
Why aren't we here?
Yeah. What is our goal on YouTube?
Make videos, and if people watch it and like it, good.
And that's it.
There you go.
Wow, Brandon, I can't believe you got this right away from the first try. I'm a liar. Of course I believe that.
I mean, I don't really see much else. I mean, there's.
Are you here
Sure.
to make friends? Like literally, you come on YouTube to make friends?
No, I just wanted to lend my voice to videos. I mean, I made an entire video with like a tribute to my friends. Just, hey, yeah, these are the guys who got me into voice acting, and then that was it. You know, it's just like, yeah, I'm into voice acting, so I can help people.
Are you
If they don't
here?
want to be my friend, then
Are you here to become the most famous person ever?
no.
Well, you wouldn't mind though, like every other person. It wouldn't mind. It wouldn't
I
mind.
but
Are you here to agree, disagree? I mean, the goal. Not that you can't. I'm just saying. But are you here to necessarily argue with people?
no.
No.
I mean, if I wanted to argue, I'd argue over something that actually matters, like.
Oh,
What
are
did
you?
we eat tonight?
Are you here to make the world a better place?
I want to make the world full of directors who can make videos on the internet. Yeah. Is that a better place?
It will solve the world hunger.
Yeah. You know, who needs hunger? People don't need to eat when they're watching YouTube videos.
Oh,
Their metabolism slows down. They get lazy. It solves hunger so well.
So well. Okay, Brennan. Another important question. If I were to ask you to name anybody who inspired you on internet, would you name somebody? Somebody who impacted your life on internet.
let's see. Who actually?
Like
Well,
any impact. No, but
um,
I'm talking about life changing impact. I'm talking about like getting to know somebody, me. I'm just saying like actual life altering impact.
I mean, I'm usually in close contact with the people who do, mostly Mikey. So
Boo!
here
Suck
we
up.
go.
I do not like sock ups. You know what I do to sock ups? I
Mm.
make them my favorite bitches. I mean, like my favorite bitches. I'm on a roll today with this. Ah.
Ah,
It's-
they will quote you. Don't do that.
oh, please. Well, what's the big deal? Oh, they quote you and me. Oh,
But
our world will be over as we know it. We will die in agony. We will feel so much bad. We go and we do what I told everybody else to do to cut our own wrists.
over the nation, ice sails like
We
spider.
care so much. Our life is on YouTube. We do not have a life outside of it. Quote us, please.
Please, please.
That's what I believe a lot of these directors are. Their life revolves around YouTube in some way or form. Because when you spend your time on the internet to make somebody else, I don't know. See, I don't want to say feel like shit, but when you spend your time on the internet to, I don't know how to say this,
Mm,
to cause a commotion, would that
um,
be a very good generalization?
when you go onto YouTube just to leave a footprint of your existence.
You are a very lonely individual. I, in my opinion, because we have to say this, man.
Yeah, in his opinion.
In his opinion, well, you can say your opinion too, you ass.
My opinion is, like personally, if you're, if hundreds of people are going to see something that you did, you kind of make a mark, but
It's not a
that shouldn't
mark
that
that will
shouldn't be
change the
your
world.
drive.
Yeah, it should. Well, I just see naked people, naked zombies, man. You notice that I'm fighting
Um,
zombies, right?
yeah, you're finding like a weird blue crab zombie thing right now on my screen.
Yo, they're so ugly. They remind me of a lot of people on the internet. Ugly on the outside, just as they are on the inside.
You mean that one looked like he was seafood? I like seafood.
I love seafood. It's like sashimi, sashimi.
Uh,
It was so horrible, man.
are you able to eat the? Speaking of seafood, I mean, I know we're going off on a tangent again, but
Yeah, I like
is it
seafood.
safe to eat the shell of a lobster? Or
No, well, first of all, you will have extremely hard time digesting it. There's a reason why it doesn't boil away when you boil a lobster.
okay,
Uh, imagine you're eating chicken bone. That's what it is,
that would hurt.
essentially. Well, I eat chicken bones because I like to get to the bone marrow. See, we immigrants, we kind of been taught in our early childhood
Not
to
to waste food.
not to waste food. Yeah, a lot of Americans, and I'm taking it from experience because I have a lot of American friends,
And well, you live in New York, right?
and I live in New York, and I
Where else are you
actually,
gonna find a big concentration of humans?
which are Americans, and guess what? Most of them are immigrants. Yeah, we're like nothing in this country at all, man. Come
Did you know
on.
that Hispanics are becoming the biggest
Yeah,
race in
but
America?
not in America. In New York, a lot. In New York, the well, still
I mean, like
whites.
in America in general.
Yeah, yeah, I heard that, but I don't believe those statistics. Once again, a lot of statistics are skewed. And by the way, those of you immigrants who don't know what skewed is, they're not true. They're warped. Warped means changed or affected by a lot of outside sources. I like doing that, Brandon. It's like
For
for
all
you.
you immigrants.
It's so mean.
For all the immigrants, everybody needs to know this thing is this and it means that. Huh?
Otherwise, people will just, I don't know, they will misinterpret.
No, they'll quote us wrongly.
Oh, that quote is wrong regardless, man. You know, quoting it's become a fad now. Oh, wait, that's another topic I wanted to cover. Yeah, but we can cover that a bit later. We're going on a long M&B show, but I suppose we have time. It's a weekend. I had a hard, long day of work. You know, we work people who are living, and
Yeah. Also, I
you
mean,
know.
this is fun. I get to watch you kill weird mutant zombies that don't look like the Flood.
Oh, please, those zombies are the same. They want to eat your brains. Oh, and by the way, these are infected. They're not zombies, Brandon. Let's be clear.
Aren't zombies called the infected? Have you ever played Left 4 Dead?
Shut up. We have to be clear, because if we're not clear, we're generalizing, and generalizing is so bad.
But you just spent the entire M&B. Never mind.
Like, never mind. I give up. Never mind. Oh, don't you just love this? It's just priceless. It is.
Yeah.
It's just priceless. So, where was I? See, once again, I lost my train of thought, Brandon.
We were talking about the difference between zombies and infected.
Oh yeah. Oh, and by the way, the importance of you being on YouTube and how you leave your mark. Um. Oh well, a lot of directors, and by a lot I mean, I would say let's use statistics because that's a popular thing to do. 95% of directors believe that they will become a movie director because they make movies on YouTube.
They're probably kids who started out saying, I want to create video games when they were a kid.
Yeah, and then they're like, oh, it's so hard. I'll just make movies. And now they're in machinima and they're making movies. And when they realize they have to go to a directing school, an acting school, and that they have to spend a lot of majority of their life practicing, they have to go to theater, they have to do bullshit work that is not anything even reminiscent of being an actor, where you have to
Hey
do
man,
commercials.
when I go to college, I'm actually going to be going for like film and stuff
Well,
like that. So
then listen, because you're not gonna be actor right away.
exactly.
You're gonna go through bullshit of being and of voicing over commercials. You're gonna be the body person in the commercial. You will have to do stupid things for commercials. That's how actors start.
fun.
If you don't have a friend that is already in the movie industry, and by friend I mean somebody who's established in the movie industry, you will not be a director right away. You have to go to school. You have to pay money for that. And believe me, nothing you do on the internet, on YouTube, will ever prepare you for the real life of a director. Why am I saying this? Because guess what? I actually looked into it, and I know what it takes to be one. And it's not just simply, I make videos on YouTube, I know how to use After Effects and Sony Vegas extremely well. No, that will not make you a director. And a lot of these people have these wild ideas, wild imaginations, fantasies that they will become something because of this. So they
Yeah.
believe they have to keep their image of one real director. And that's where I'm just like, no, you're not a director in real life.
I really do want to. Mikey, what do you see yourself doing in 10 years after Machinima?
I have a career in mind that will provide me with food, shelter. It's not in the industry of entertainment at all. It's an actual, real profession. So, I don't want to say what it is because a lot of people bias towards this profession. I mean, you know what it is. I know why you asked. I'm not gonna say what it is.
Alright.
So,
I mean,
I
think
don't.
that's a question
Well, hey,
a
I'm
lot of
not done
directors
yet, you
need to
little
ask
prick.
themselves, So, yeah.
Yes, I do not see machinima being any sort of future for anybody. If you name me one group of people who did that, and that one group of people is Red versus Blue. And let me just explain something to you. They went to college for film and industry in film. They have professional background. Get that through your thick skulls, buddies. Get that through your thick skulls. Go ahead, Brendan.
Huh? No.
You're like, what? No. I know you heard
I'm
me.
sitting here watching you blast things.
Oh my.
There are quite a few people, like quite a few quote-unquote directors, that I really do want to ask the question of what they see themselves doing in 10 years after this stuff. Like, what did they spend their time doing? Did they spend their time productively making videos for the fun of it and enjoying their childhood on YouTube? Or did
I
they
like how you
spend
said
it,
it, childhood. That's a good one. I like that.
or did they spend their time enjoying themselves, making films, and, you know, generally having a good entertainment value from doing this?
Well, let's say two of them can be combined, but usually people will never be honest about that. I mean, they will always say, "Oh, it's both," but in reality, a lot of people don't have both. They have, once again, speaking of somebody with education in mind and somebody who can observe people and assume things. We have the right to assume, since I don't have all the data in my hands. But a lot of people really believe that they will become movie bigs, and that's why they do machinima on YouTube.
It certainly doesn't help that sometimes fans are a little too generous with praise rather than,
Oh,
you know,
well,
critiques.
that's an entirely different topic that we can cover in a different M&B show.
You're going to be the next Jesus of machinima, you know. deal.
Oh, I've been called a lot of things. I'm like, no way, no, please go suck somebody else's cock. It doesn't
My
work on me.
ego. Ugh, right in the ego.
Oh, I'll tell you right now, Brendan, and I know I noticed you as well. It's not the ego that makes people frustrated at us. It's the fact that we have the balls to voice things. Yeah, it's like you're so condescending and pretentious because you voice your opinion. I'm like, fuck you. I don't care. You can suck my ball all you want. Won't change the fact that you're a hoe. Ooh, that rhymed.
Uh, Bo and Ho.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, what am I doing?
Hey, you wanted to say something. Go before you forget. Before you forget.
I've already forgotten.
10 years in the future, I want to ask directors, what do they really do the machinimas for? And you mentioned, do you do it for fun and your own pleasure, or you do it because...
Ah, there we go. Okay, so 10 years later, do you want to remember yourself as having fun and making films and doing everything you can to enjoy yourself, or do you want to remember the times you spent arguing and defacing other directors or demonizing certain voice actors for
Try! Well, once
stuff
again,
like
see, I really wanted to give an illusion that we don't give a fuck. We don't. What? Throughout our years of us making machinima, and I'm gonna say us even when I was alone in 2009 making season 1 of episode of Elites of War in 6 months,
Indeed.
there are always people who will have preferences to people. The big problem with today's, like literally today's machinima, I'm not gonna say community, but people who enjoy watching machinima, and once again, it's select few people, spread out throughout all warps of machinima. The people who like praise the person who makes the film, not the film. When we look, and I'm speaking for Brandon, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna speak for you for a little while because
Okay.
I just want to make sure that people understand. I'm pretty sure you have the same opinion as me. We want people to enjoy our films, not us. We make films for you to enjoy, not so you can like me or Brandon. We don't need that. We have real lives for that. Real life people.
Yeah. If I want somebody to like me,
I'll make a vlog.
yeah, I've got a vlog. I could, I have family members. I've got a mom. I've got a brother. They're all
Friends,
the people I
dude.
really need. Yeah,
We
family and friends. Those things are the only things you really need, right?
we don't write pieces, emotional pieces, so you can like me. We write it so you can enjoy the movie, enjoy the film, enjoy the art that we present you. If you like us for it, thank you. However, that is not why we're making it. And that's why we don't care if you like us or not. As long as you're honest about your opinion of the film, when you can separate the director and the product, this is when we look at you as a human being who is not only able to separate the two, but you're respectful enough to do it willingly without us asking you for it. Wow,
Wow.
I'm awesome. Go ahead, Brendan. Now you can add and speak for yourself. Oh, you can agree with what I said, and then I can call you my bitch, because like my bitch.
I don't know. For me, if I wanted people to like me a lot, um, I would probably do a lot more to actually accomplish that. Um,
Put
'Cause there are
effort.
like a number of people that would probably have problems with me, and if I really, really, really cared, I would probably be like, "Oh, hey, maybe I was wrong" and stuff like that. But I do things because I know what I'm like.
Hard to
It's hard to
explain,
say.
right?
Yeah, it's hard to explain. I do things, and I generally think out what will happen before, after, and why I'll do it.
We're not
And
going in with our feet wet.
yeah. Um, if I wanted people to like me, there were 100 ways I would probably try a bit harder to do. It wouldn't even be that hard.
Well, one of those things you could have done is what we did for our little prank. Make a video that makes you look like oh shit. Wait, I had that.
Makes me look like something people would pity.
Yeah, not pity, not only pity. A victim. There you go. That's the word I was looking for.
Don't you pity a victim?
Well, yeah. Well, you know what? I just wanted to say the word because I really wanted to remember it.
Okay.
Don't judge me.
Um, if I really wanted to be a well-liked member of this community,
Quotes
I
around the
already,
community.
yeah. I mean, I don't.
Brandon's workload did not decrease a cent.
Yeah, I mean, I still have to deal with 6 to 7 roles at a time, and for the past nearly 2 years now that I've been doing machinima voice acting, I've been getting constant roles 5 to 7 to 8 rolls at a time for 2 years straight. That's a lot of practice, and it didn't go down at all after our little prank. It's just, I mean, people understand that I have a voice that they need, and so, you know,
Separating the personal feelings from business. Don't you just love this shit?
yeah, I mean, I like it when people can understand that, hey, this guy can help me. Maybe I don't like him personally, but
Hell, I'll work with him because I can.
yeah, I mean, I have the brains on my head that, hey, this kid, this guy, this whoever has what I need, and, if he's willing to help me, then I'll let him.
Not
Or
let him. I'll
I'll have,
ask him.
yeah.
There's just, you can't just. You see, a lot of directors, a lot of new directors. Why I'm saying this because that's the way. In the sense, I was. See, I don't like really saying negative things about myself, but this I can actually relate to because that's true. I sometimes did not let people voice act for me. While back, 2, 3 years back, I just didn't let people voice act for me because I don't know. You see, I can't really pinpoint the exact reason for it. I just didn't want to. Like, you not so much. No, thanks. And a lot of people right now, that's the way they think. Why? Because they're not. I was doing it because I don't know how to explain it. I mean, because at the time I was going to my first year of college, and when you go to your first year of college, in a way, well, for some people, so at least for me, you get the choice of what you want to pick, which class, what time, how long, and that freedom of choice, I guess, rubbed off of me the fact, shit, I am in control of my own life. So if I don't want you, I'm not gonna have you. Not because I don't like you or because you suck. I just don't want you. I guess that was a reason. There you go.
Yeah.
Psychoanalyzed myself. There you go. Good way to judge yourself by.
Yes.
And that's what people are doing right now, except they don't have that first year of college. They don't have the ability to separate reality from fiction. And they feel entitled. And
When
then
they refuse somebody a role, it's for mostly personal reasons instead of saying, hey, I think there's a better voice actor or something.
yeah, or I don't want you because yada yada yada. But yeah, that's it. That's
Yeah.
once again, we're here to entertain people. You. We're not here to be your friends or be
But if
nice
you
to.
do like us,
Hell,
then
yeah. I mean, I don't think we ever. I was never mean to people who I like. Well, once again, we will bring up Machine. Machine is a British body actor that's been body acting for us for like 2.5 years. Never, like, whenever he's on, he never misses a shoot. The man is a prick. He can be disruptive, but he is reliable. In a sense that he can be a prick anytime he wants to. And for the most part, he never disrupts anything for more than like 30 seconds at a time. Him, not only does he insult me, makes fun of me, but I insult him, make fun of him. However, there's a big difference between me making fun of him because he is my friend in a way, as opposed to an unknown idiot who I met for the first time insulting me for no apparent reason. Any normal person, any
I
normal.
don't
What? Go for it.
I don't like what you did on the internet. I'm gonna call you a name.
Yeah, it's, it's. I would react negatively to that person. I'm not gonna go be like, oh, I understand why you said that. Yes, I see your point. No, I'm gonna react to you being a dick to me. I'm gonna be a dick to you. That's a normal human response. It doesn't have to be an internet or not. Obviously, I realize it's internet, but you call me something bad. You expect me to just sit there like, hey, you're funny. Eh, eh. Move on. No, I'm gonna react to you. It's a thing. It's called reaction. Asshole. Yeah, I'm. But Machine Blondie, we make fun of them all the time.
Yeah, and they're both good guys. They're
Yeah,
not going to be like, you made fun of me.
yeah.
No,
They
no.
never complain. To be honest, I never heard them even complain about it.
I, I mean, I mean, if we were doing anything that was legitimately wrong, they'd probably say something about it.
Yeah, but since they're normal people, they don't do that. I mean, seriously. I mean, come on, man. It's Machine.
Indeed.
He's a British cunt. His life revolves around being a dick to people. Blondie, he's blonde. Let's
Oh,
use that. Oh no, he just made fun of blonde people. What are we going to do now, Brandon?
I
Zach
don't
is
know.
blonde. Zach, are you gonna go bitch and moan? Please
There's a
do.
what? There's a whole bunch of comment removed. What's this?
I don't know. I didn't touch nothing. Honestly.
People are removing their own comments?
Yeah, it's like, you're an idiot. Like, why are you removing your own comments?
I didn't know you could do that.
You can remove your own comments. No, can you? I don't know. Let me go check. Well, right after I beat this.
Some things are being tagged as spam.
Oh, unspam them. See what they are.
Not spam. Oh, there's a question. Who do you like more, me or Machine? It's Blondie.
Blondie. Oh my god. You know what? Just because you asked that question, I'm gonna say I like Machine more. You're both British, but you're blonde and he's a machine. He's a heartless motherfucker.
Somewhere in hell, Machine is just like, yes, yes.
I am the Brit. You suck my dick. And yes, you know you just want to go. By the way, that was Jonas Brothers impersonation. Oh no, wait, it was Straight Direction. Oh, One Direction. One Direction. Never mind. Yeah, check. Is there any more questions there or something? Just
No, not then. I mean, there was a boop from a friend, but
a
that was
boop.
a boop,
What's a boop?
boop. It's like when you push a button. It's like boop,
Oh, a beep.
a beep. No, because that's
Oh.
a beep, 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 beep. That's old school.
Jesus
Boop is a new one.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So where were we?
God, get on my level.
Get on my level. You're right. It actually makes sense. Surprisingly, I don't like you for that. You suck. Get on my level. Like, what level are you on? I'm on level 99. Dude, it's YouTube. Get on my level. Real life. Oh, yeah. I will judge you now. You have been guilty of mother. What? No, never mind.
I am a fuck mothering vampire.
Grandpire? Why did that sound?
Vampire.
I just heard Grandpire, so I'm just gonna pretend you said Grandpire because it's funny.
Grandpire.
You're an 80-year-old vampire who likes to take off his pants in public.
Oh, Bella.
Oh, vampire. Oh, I see what you did. Twilight. You are so mean. How many girls will hate you for this? Twilight sucks. I called it. If you
Vampires.
watched, if you watched Twilight, I can definitely tell you your testosterone level reached 0. You are now officially gay.
At least, you could be like, oh man, I wish I had the same pecs as that werewolf guy.
Okay.
I guess you could sort of get
Alright.
that, but then,
Never mind.
know-
I changed my opinion. Yes, I really want the pecs like that werewolf guy.
do you remember when he was playing as Shark Boy?
Yeah, that was him.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
That
yeah, he
was
Shark
him?
Boy.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, no way. I saw
It
that as a
was. It
dude. I
was.
saw
They
that
had
as a
to-
kid. Oh,
I know, I
wow.
saw as a kid too.
Well, I saw it when it came out as a kid. I beat you.
So, fuck you.
I actually went in Europe in the movie theater, watched it there. Oh my god.
know.
And it was so disappointing. I was like, that's so cool. That's so cool. Oh, they're not gonna have sex. I'm disappointed.
Well, they're teenagers.
Shut up.
Fredo,
Shut up.
God.
No, they don't have to. People don't have to know that. I'm so mean. Yes, I
Character
am.
was 11.
Who cares? That girl is hot right now, by the way.
Carmen?
Yes.
Wasn't she the one who did?
Have you seen her
Spy
in?
Kids?
Yeah. Have you seen her in the new Spy Kids movie?
Oh,
Yum 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 in my tum tum. Ouch.
Okay.
That's enough. That's enough of that.
At some point, it's just like, oh.
You know what? I'm actually gonna go. I'm gonna go see the comments now. Why not?
Blondie's the only one who sang a whole bunch. Ah, Animalius! I don't know who that is.
Oh, that's another British guy.
Oh, cool. Cool. But right now, one of the people watching is me, and the other one is probably Blondie. That means the other one has to be
Who
either
cares? I love pie. Blondie.
I love pie.
Why don't you love me, Ghost? Why? Oh no, there's only 3 comments that were removed by the people. What are you talking about?
Damn. Faggot. Ah! I'm dying over here. freaking bag of popcorn
Oh,
again.
just saying. I had directors that think that they're better than other people because they're Blondie. You're British. How can you spell so badly? They're directors.
Oh,
What are
he's
your
getting his thing.
yeah? What are your thoughts?
On directors that think they're better than other people because they're directors.
Oh. Okay, great. You want to start?
Sure.
Go for it.
Oh, I make films.
Oh, no,
I'm
Brendan. One rule: you have to speak like that love your song character.
How do you know that?
You have to go for it. Do it.
Love your song, not love your
Song. Okay, we have to speak in that. We have to speak in that voice.
When people think they're better than others because they can make movies, I think that just means they have an inflated personality that doesn't fit in society. You see, if you can make a video, that's a good thing and all, but does that make you a better person? No, in fact, it doesn't. It makes you a condescending douchebag. But
Which we were accused of, by the way.
yes, we are condescending douchebags who look down on people who look down on people.
Wow, you know what? That actually made so much sense. I'm scared.
Um,
Love your song.
because you can make videos, that doesn't make you a better person. A better person is somebody who picks up trash, somebody who knows that the world needs somebody to clean it up, and so they put it on themselves to clean up trash that nobody else will clean up. That is a person who deserves to say, I did something productive. You, on the other hand, are on the internet, calling other people names just because you can put together two pictures in a slideshow. I don't understand where your ego comes from when you can do better.
You took all of my points and my entire idea for my little tidbit. How does it make you feel? No, wait.
Oh, it makes me feel glorious.
Oh, wait, my turn. Wait, my turn. I want to do the Leviosa. I have to say something. Well, you know, Mr. Potter. Oh, Weasley. It was Weasley. Shut up. Don't judge me. Leviosa. I'm sorry. I'm just had the image in my head. It's so funny. I don't know what's better. The fact that the way they speak, or that I get to see underwear over Hermione, which I would do right now without a heartbeat. She is so hot. She is so hot.
Insane. She did the troll face.
Who?
Emma, like, what's her name?
Emma Watson. Oh, have you seen This Is the End?
No,
It was such a funny movie.
I need to. Is she in there?
Yes, and she steals everybody's food. It's like,
Oh.
Hermione stole all of our
It's
food.
Leviosa, not Leviosa. Starts lifting the fish.
Oh, okay, listen, I can't do the Leviosa thing, so I have to just speak normally. Or, you know what? I will speak with a very sick
Do it
accent.
anyway. Nobody else is going to care.
No, but I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to mess it up because I kind of respect what that guy did a lot. So I'm not going to do that. So, fuck you. Now I'm doing it.
You have to be smarmy about it. Add a little Austin Powers to your voice.
Not Austin Powers. What's his
So I'll
name?
make you horny, baby.
Do I? Oh yeah. Do I make?
You're gonna add
Not
a-
horny. He didn't say horny. The shat. Do I make you Randy?
So I'll make you Randy, baby.
Do I? Huh? Do I make you Shagadelic? I love Austin
You
Powers.
gotta add a little Austin Powers to
Oh, shut up. I'm gonna speak with a Russian accent, like a Russian mobster. Because
Dan.
so, what I actually believe that it's what Brandon said completely, because there is no other way to describe it. People will have a very opinionated opinion of themselves, and they usually is above the other people. We have a friend, Zach. He is probably one of the most humblest people I've ever met. The man never have ever appeared to be better than he is to anybody, even when.
They make
What?
everything a tongue twister.
What?
All your words, they're all tongue twisters. I tried doing them and then I bit my tongue.
Well, you cannot copy a very good Russian speaking accent because you know I have first hand experience in the field of faking a fake Russian accent. So, yeah. So, what I believe is happening is what Brandon said. People have inflated egos. However, just as we talked before, the people like to make themselves look like victims. and when that happens, the game changes completely. That's why you take out your AK-47 and you exterminate them with prejudice.
You're Russian, not Iran.
AK-47. Oh wait, you're right. Well, no, it was made by Russians, but who uses it the most? Let's be honest. Terrorist! Brendan, you're racist and prejudiced. Watch out, they're gonna
I'm
quote you.
racist and prejudiced. Wanna know how? Because I don't like it.
Oh, we can't have fun. Oh yeah. So yeah, Brendan, you were completely right. I mean, there's nothing to add except the fact that um, what additional topic to this is that actually I've noticed it a lot with other people. Remember a few months back there was a big debate about a boy named Tomo Fuck. I mean Tomo Bro.
Oh, yeah. So I
I
remember him.
I think that that particular experience sparked the entire new generation of ways of dealing with other people. I will be honest, I was extremely against the auctions taken against this poor little British 14-year-old, I believe he was at the time, and I was on his side, and I was chastised for it as if I was helping a witch to brew some stew to kill the pigeons in your village. So,
Well, pigeons can be eaten.
however,
So,
Brandon, even you told me before that that person was not extremely nice to even people who support them, and after a while, I punched myself in my nutsack because it was extremely correct. For once, I was wrong evaluating a person, even if his actions was very stupid. But Brandon, you were right.
as always.
Let me also.
Well, God, if I talk for too long, I'll be stuck using that accent.
Do it, do it.
I've done that before as a voice actor, and I can probably have like some super competent voice actor watching this right now be like, "Oh, this guy's talking out of his ass," but I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
Maybe
Shut
I
up.
am. But whatever the case,
Let me
there have been
also.
times where if you stick to an accent long enough, similar to like learning a new language, you'll use that language more if you talk in that language a lot, right? So, if you use an accent a lot, you'll eventually get stuck into that accent.
You know, I'd agree with that. Because sometimes I get lost with my real Russian accent.
And
Oh no,
if
see,
I stick to this,
I think
I'll be stuck forever.
I do it every single M&B show, and I say that the way I speak, that's the real Russian accent. What you hear in movies is not true.
It
It's a
makes me
lie.
more American.
That's why you Americans have such a weird way of looking at us, people from Europe, because you believe we all speak with a funny way.
You all speak when you're talking about living in
All right, let's go and check for more questions or comments by Blonty and whatnot.
Allow me to refresh my brain.
Question: what do you think of people who call Tikan Gan Raptor and say that Arbiter made the Tikan? Oh, yeah, that's my response.
Oh God.
That's my response. Brandon,
Oh God.
why you stole my laughter? But okay, I feel so depressed because you did this on the internet. I will now apply this to my real life and go kill myself because apparently that's what we do in real life because that's the only way we can do it. Brandon, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Because I'm frozen. My game froze. I'm
That's
so
all-
disappointed. Is it still streaming though?
Yes, you're still driving down the highway. You're now bound to a South Radio Tower.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm so.
Now you.
Oh, I'm unfroze now.
Oh,
I'm so
God.
happy. Yeah, what Brendan did is a response I have. But, oh, that's the topic that we missed. The comments. How to respond to comments. Brendan, why don't you take over? I mean, we respond differently to comments, I mean, him and I, but Brendan, you can go do his thing first. I'll do mine later. I mean, after Brendan.
Okay. What kind of comments first?
Okay. Remember when you did your Forge Ball?
Yeah. okay.
Let's talk about the comments you received there, because that's the main goal of our topic. Well,
Okay.
for now.
So when I first made that Forge Ball video, I remember.
First machinima ever.
Yeah, and you deleted it.
Because you asshole, you had copyrighted material on it.
I did. Oh. What?
I explained
No,
it
that
to
was-
you. Competition is still up. It's the Forge Ball thing that was
That's
garbage.
because competition was the best one I've made so far.
Shut up. Just talk.
But
Yeah, a lot of background noise. I'm turning on the AC. It's too
when
hot.
I was first replying to comments, it was more like since I was still starstruck by the fact that I made a video. I was like, oh my god, I made a video, alright! People would give me comments and they're like, oh, this is really good, and I'm like, thanks, bro. You know, I was like all freaking, you know, I was like, yes, people like my video.
He was having an internet orgasm.
Yes, I was having an internet orgasm.
You can quote us if you want.
Internet orgasms on the way. But
Porn.
Anybody ever watch Thundercats?
Yes. It's so
But,
annoying.
Whenever I reply to comments, if it's something positive, you know, I'm more optimistic about people, so I'm just like, hey, this person said something that I don't totally agree with, but he did say, you know, more positive stuff than bad stuff. So I'll be like, oh, thanks for the comment, blah, 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 and then I'll go on my way. Mikey, on the other hand, it's your turn.
Oh no, how do you respond to bad comments?
How do I respond to bad comments?
Duh.
Alright, I'll put an example, and if something bad happens because I put out an example of somebody,
You can get quoted. It's the worst thing that can happen to you.
Okay, since I'm a voice actor, it's fairly, you know, common idea that as a voice actor you need to have a demo reel to...
Oh, I know the example you're talking about.
Yes,
Dick.
while I was on there, I recently got a comment by
A brainless fanboy.
No, I don't want to call him a fanboy, but he was a fanboy. And he wasn't a fanboy of me, though. He was a fanboy
Of
somebody
the
who
X,
doesn't
Y, and
like
Z.
me.
Correct.
And so, on my demo reel, I received a comment. It was, it came off as negative because that's what it was. It was a negative comment. More or less stating that, typical YouTube stuff that you would expect to hear from somebody who doesn't know what they're talking about, or somebody who just doesn't care to put their brain power into something important. Rather than give me a critique or something on my demo reel, he said it was bad and in some case decent for my, you know, when talking about my demo reel. And that's all he left it with. And, you know, for me, that's a bad comment. All they did was put a sort of bad negative image on my demo reel. And if I left that there, people would see that comment before they even heard anything, and then they would think badly about the demo reel, and that defeats the purpose of a demo reel. So what I did was I deleted his comment, and then I went
Well,
and
Brendan, let's be honest. That was the purpose of the comment.
yeah.
It was done for that reason. It wasn't done to help you. It wasn't done to evaluate you. It was done for that particular reason.
I find that people will have like a little reason, like what we said earlier about people taking the internet too seriously. Turns out the reason somebody put that bad comment on my video
Because of
was
X, Y, and
a
Z.
friend, you know,
Yeah. You know.
defense of a friend. And I was like, oh well, I really respect you for, you know, sticking up for a quote unquote friend on the internet, but you know, it's pretty misguided to have a grudge against somebody on the internet when they can't do anything to you. And we've stressed it over and over. On the internet, friends aren't really friends because
They won't do nothing for you besides what they do on the internet.
especially since, you know, the friend he was sticking up for happened to do some very bad things to his own friends in the long run. So
Oh wow. Well, I don't know about that. I can't really say, but whatever.
yeah, I'm not going to like
Obviously, continue.
because that stuff is over. We don't care.
We never was beginning, but whatever. Continue.
It just seems that having a vendetta against somebody to the point where you'll put negative comments on them, to me, I would just reply to it as, "You're unnecessary, get out." That's the best way I could think of when dealing with a bad comment that's there for no reason.
And when you ignore it, apparently they win, but I don't really know about that.
Or if you reply to it, they still win.
Yeah, well, that's what trolls are for. I mean, that's all they are. But, I guess that's actually a really good segue into how people abuse their power as directors. How about that? We can say that, right, Brandon? Since you were
Abusing.
abusing your power of a director, what little of it you have, even well, actually you don't have any power, but you know what I mean. The
Hmm.
perks that come with being a quote unquote director.
Okay.
Type.
Yeah, I'm typing. I was just spreading the link to the people at WCS.
Oh, oh
You
my.
know who those are.
Yeah.
Um, but
Aren't they the ones they're making that high school thing, and I'm gonna be the bully in there or some bullshit like that?
no, you're not even in it.
Well, that's what I heard some people say.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I was talking to them about it. It doesn't really matter. Let's not. But
Yeah.
hold on. Flaunting your quote unquote power as a director.
Yeah, I suppose that could be really a
Um,
good topic.
you my video. How does this affect me again? Um,
This is
just because somebody has a higher subscriber count doesn't make them shit.
and that's what
That
we've been saying all the time. I mean,
let's
ever
quote
since.
my favorite quote of all times from the Venture Brothers. You think you're tough shit in a champagne glass, but you're nothing more than cold diarrhea in a Dixie cup. You know?
Jeez, that was.
It's
I
my
love
favorite
Venture
quote.
Brothers. I love Venture Brothers.
Um, just because you can make videos doesn't mean you can put control over someone. The same thing applies to me as a big voice actor. I can't tell
Wait, don't
somebody.
say big. You can be condescending and pretentious.
I know. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. You know, I shouldn't just flaunt
I
the
mean,
fact that I
yeah,
have over 250 scripts.
yeah,
Um,
man. You see, it doesn't matter what facts you have. If
I
somebody
know
doesn't think of you
exactly.
like that, you're not it. I mean, that's final. That's it. It's period.
I know. I could flaunt this, but what would that actually amount to?
Yeah.
Oh, you've done a lot of scripts. Uh, good for you. You're on the internet. I mean, have you done any real commercial work? That's what you would need to look for.
Yeah, do you have a resume? Do you have an actual degree in filmmaking and acting? Do you have some drama work going on? Do you have any sort of credentials to back up your statement? That is what means to be, in a way, a professional
Exactly.
in your field.
Meaning, I have no right to tell somebody whether or not they have, whether or not they're better or bigger than somebody else, because I myself am not the best judge.
But we have our opinions, and we can
Indeed.
voice them, and those opinions might be of X, Y,
Wrong.
and Z
Or
origin.
something
Yeah,
else.
not only
So,
wrong, but they can be right.
yeah. So
But
if my opinion of myself seems a little too high, and I try to use that opinion of myself and impress that opinion on others to get them to have the same opinion of me,
you become a shit person.
yes, I'll become a person who tries to control others by my own reputation.
Yeah. And
That
as
would
we
be.
talked about last time, people have two faces. And their reputation here is pretty much a mask over their inner self. In a way speaking. Oh, more comments. Let's see.
Yeah, ask us questions. We need something to talk about.
Oh wait, no. Animalius has a question. What do you
Oh,
think of people who compare everything to Rise of the Spartans? Okay,
we kind of went over that
yeah,
earlier.
but I'll explain it right now. It's like having everything be compared to
Food.
chocolate. Yeah, shut up. How did you know I'm gonna use food? It's like having
Because
it's like having a banana split be compared to a slice of pizza. You just can't compare pizza to chocolate smoothies. You can't compare pizza to a banana split. What do we think of people? Nothing. So what? They have their opinion. We don't agree with it. We don't. But what do we think of people? Nothing. They're nobody to us. They're zilch. They're zits on the face of the universe. Insects. Just like we are. We are part of a big ass swarm. We are an insect. So what
yeah,
people think of us doesn't matter, and same goes to us. What we think of people doesn't matter, because especially in this situation, so what? I might think that he's stupid, but it doesn't mean it's true. I might go and say I don't think you're right. I have the right, and as people like say, freedom of speech, and there's completely different topic on that matter. But we have the right to say that you're wrong because we have an opinion of what you're saying, and we can say you're wrong and explain why. However, that's where the difference comes in. Me and Brandon, we don't impose our opinion on people. We're not trying to convince them to join our side. We're just trying to make them see our side. That's what I've been doing this whole time on the internet. I don't care if you agree with me or not, but I want you to understand my point of view. And people take that in a completely wrong way, once again, due to the psychological nature of being on the internet. It's like, oh, I don't care. So, what we think, I speak for Brandon again because I can, because he's like my bitch. We don't, we don't care about the people who say it. However, we have our opinions on it. What our opinion on it? My opinion, one separating here. I much rather people compare films to actually the film itself. You have to compare the film for what it is, a film on its own, not compare it to another film. However, I will tell you this: everybody in that immediate vicinity around Rise of the Spartans, the director and the crew of that production group, everybody who's mostly, I would say mostly, and that's empirical evidence, I have proof, their films are extremely similar in structure. They are not the same, but they're extremely similar in the structure. So I would see why people would compare the two. I don't agree with it, but there's a reason behind it. It's because films are extremely similar. That they give that notion, oh, I'm going to compare it. But however, when you compare our work with the Rise of the Spartans, then I become a bit... But the topics are different, the style is different. You can't really compare it. It's not right. It's not respectful towards the director of Rise of the Spartans and towards us. Because there's clear differences. If I just don't know how you cannot see them. I mean, a blind cat can see them. Oh wait, he just insulted everybody who doesn't see the difference. Let's quote him. Quote.
Hold on, they'll get the frickin' loveliness bit about the, remember, we're all insects, Mikey.
Oh yeah, right. Oh yeah, quote us.
We're all bugs.
Quote me. Oh, by the way, there's a really good quote that I actually made up.
Oh yeah?
No matter how big the dung beetle gets, he will not turn into a butterfly. He will still be a dung beetle, but just a bit bigger.
Does that mean he can carry a bigger dung ball?
Yeah, it means he carries more shit.
Oh, man.
Okay,
And
no,
isn't that what the food source is?
and where they live, and what they ingest, and what they gather. Their life is to gather shit. Brennan, your honest opinion, what do you think of this quote?
I think it's pretty realistic. I mean, you can't really say that you can change what you are, because...
Unless something dramatic happens in your life.
Yeah, we went over it already with, like, the whole internet changing
Yeah, so we don't have
thing.
to cover that again.
I don't act any differently than I do. That means I'm not going to change from the mild-mannered, you know, character that I am right now. There's really nothing that will change me from being...
Why? Because we're grown up.
I am.
Yeah, we're already grown up. It's called being an
I've
adult.
got an idea, I've got an identity, and I'm not going to change my identity for someone else, so I can't be anybody else.
So people could, accept me. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's the reason why a lot of people do this on the internet. They want to get accepted.
If people accept me for the way I am right now,
That's
good
all
on
you
them.
need. That's all you need. That's all you need.
Yeah. So it's all good.
Great. Let's see. 2 more new comments. What you're planning? Do you shout out for me? It's my B-day. Snow Scooper 058 is his birthday. Let's give him a shout out. So sing a song. Happy birthday to you.
Happy
You're
birthday.
smelly like a poo. You look like a donkey. And you probably want to.
Oh, is that... let me do my version of it.
Alright, so Mr. Doom Knight, I really don't know. See, I kind of know the name, but I think I don't like that person. See, I'm honest. Sue me.
He's a good guy, though.
Yes, I suppose he's a good guy. I might not like him, but doesn't matter. Once again, doesn't really matter whether I like him or not. But we'll ask, what y'all planning? What we're planning? Okay, Brandon, we actually kind of wanted to cover that, but we kind of didn't.
Community space so far?
Oh, no, what we're planning.
Oh, yeah.
That's what he's asking. So, I suppose You want to say what we're planning, or you much rather I do it?
Right now, the thing that interests me the most is the scale and claw. But
Yeah, right. So right now we're extremely excited and extremely engrossed. That's enveloped. That's inside our Skyrim machinima, which a lot of machinima directors on who don't, machinima directors rarely switch between the two. To be honest, wait, that's way too loud typing, man.
I'm sorry, my keyboard is
Yeah,
sexy.
so machinima directors rarely switch between the engines, but we did switch. Not completely, but I'm just saying that we use Skyrim. So we're extremely excited. This Scale and Claw. We're doing it in a book format. Once again, I don't like when people call an episode a chapter, but this actually chapters because I wrote a book, and that book is about Scale and Claw. It's just being written at the same time as the script, but the book is being written, and it's chapter 2, chapter 1, and prologue, which you will see. So prologue and chapter 1. And
Indeed.
yeah, and we're working on chapter 2. That's why it's called chapters, because it's an actual part of a book in Skyrim universe. And you will not expect what you're going to see in chapter 2. I can guarantee you right away, right now.
Oh,
I
it
have,
gets smarmy.
yes, I have done something horrible. And of course, we have our general Halo stuff coming out. We're gonna have a little bit of announcements about Elites of War. We have a lot of things planned for Elites of War. We're going back to Elites of War extremely soon. Extremely soon. Like we have 3 more projects which are not Elites of War related. After that, we're back to Elites of War because that's our flagship. That's what we want to do at Elites of War. So that's what we're planning. Thank you very much for asking.
That was a that was a lovely. Also,
Wow.
somebody asked what game you're playing.
It wasn't it in for the beginning. It's called Defiance. It's an MMO RPG. It's an RPG in an MMO setting. It's not really an MMO because it's not. It's an RPG in an MMO setting. So it's pretty cool. It's third-person shooter. It's like Mass Effect, but a bit more not as epic. And it's based on a TV show on Sci-Fi. Please watch it. The show is amazing. I vouch for it.
Oh my. Ooh, another question by Liz Dance TV.
Oh,
What do you
God.
think of spin-off machinimas?
I think they're boring.
But what about Chronicles?
They're spin-off of me. They're my spin-offs. It's something I don't like when people take others' machinimas and spin them out.
The ones that always have to use a cameo of other series.
I'll tell you why, especially when it's done by, well, obviously it's going to be done by a different director. Why? You are riding on someone else's success, one. Especially when people copy a TV show or a concept from a TV that is really popular at a time. Rise of the Spartans when that had little spin-offs. People accuse Elites of War of being a spin-off.
Of Elite of what?
Rise of the Spartans. Yeah. I just don't understand
Oh.
that considering Elites of War been out years before Rise of the Spartans. But you know what? I pity those people. Not everybody has intelligence in their head. Or quote me, please.
Not everybody has intelligence in their head. Quoted by Mikey on
Yes.
7:56 p.m.
And now you can say whatever you want. Add whatever you wish. Break me. I'm gonna die if you do so. Oh, I care so much. But yeah, I don't like spin-offs. So if you're doing a spin-off and I notice it, I will right away tell you I'm not gonna like it. Why? Because I already seen it. It's a spin-off. It's something similar, something the same. And the Chronicles are not actually spin-offs. If you actually notice, Chronicles are extremely different from the actual main
Yeah,
series.
They
That's
don't
what
have the same characters or anything
it's
else.
in the same universe, but it's not a spin-off. A spin-off would be somebody taking somebody else's machinima and making it because there's a name behind it. Let's say there was a guy who did a lot of Meet the Spartan things.
Oh,
I'm not begging on the guy. I really am not. I think he put a lot of heart into his projects. But his amount of not popularity, but the amount of response he got was extremely skewed. He did not get a honest opinion on his films because it was related to Rise of the Spartans. That's the biggest thing. Everybody liked it because it was Rise of the Spartans, not because he made a film. So that's what I didn't like. They gave him false, what you call it, false results.
false results.
Yeah, they weren't honest results. Make sense? Makes sense.
Yeah.
Alright. So Brandon, you can now voice your opinion on that.
My opinion on spin-offs. I can kind of understand why somebody would do a spin-off. I mean, same thing what Mikey said. It's a, one, you could be bagging on somebody else's popularity. On the other hand, you could also be like, oh, I really like this setting. I really like these characters. I want to make my own version of what this setting and what these characters could do. And it's just, I want to put my little touch to their product, which isn't totally original, but I mean, it's like a fan tribute in my eyes.
Yeah, yeah. But
And
it's still not an original concept.
yeah, and in that regard, when I think of cameos and stuff,
Oh, that's
where
different. No, no, no. Okay, okay. That's a separate subject.
yeah, different. You have your own series, and you have somebody else's character in your stuff.
No, I think that's a little bit too specific. Generalize. This is where you have to generalize.
Generalize. Okay, how can you generalize
All right.
somebody else?
You want me to generalize it?
Go for
All
it.
right. There's two ways of having your quote unquote cameo in somebody else's machinima and bang upon it. One way is to make it obvious and to make it the prime reason for having a film. For example, having a versus of a one famous character from one big machinima and a famous character from another famous machinima. Well, you were not part of any of it. For example, a lot of people considered Boss versus Raptor versus Boss to be bagging on success of Rise of the Spartans. However, I wasn't aware of the fact that I voiced both characters, and I kind of know how they both fight. So I kind of did it. I wasn't bagging on anybody's success. It was part of Elise of War. It wasn't official.
Okay.
So people consider that to be bagging on success. But bagging on success is what the person did with Rise of the Spartans series. He took characters, famous characters, and he used them maybe in a good how should I say this? Fuck. With a good thought in mind.
There we go.
But it was still banging on someone else's success. Yeah, I think we kind of covered that.
There we are.
Yeah, if there's any more questions?
Oh, let me refresh.
I'm in a cut scene, so I can't see anything. I don't want to skip the cut scene.
Question: what do you think of Halo 4 in general?
Oh my
Eh,
god, we already
don't really
had
care
that.
too much about it.
We're not gonna.
There's
Okay.
really there's nothing that stands
Okay,
out.
Brendan, one sentence each. Say one sentence.
Okay. It is usable.
My turn. It is usable. Period. Nothing else. Next.
That's all.
What do you want us to say? Do you want us bag like Mike and Arbiter? Complain? No, we don't have those feelings. I'm sorry, we don't share them at all. Zero.
There's nothing really wrong with it, so I mean,
It's it's like you took away. You don't even take away, but somebody has a 5-year-old. Okay, not 5. A 2-year-old kid has a little sucky thingy. What you call those? Pacifier.
pacify.
See, I'm so smart. And then he's being offered a pacifier with a different flavor. Yeah.
There are flavored pacifiers?
Are you kidding me? Of course.
I had no clue.
Well, because when I was little, there were no pacifiers. There also were no diapers in Europe when I was little.
I thought they had those cloth diapers,
That's what I had.
which are much more efficient and a lot better on the environment.
And you can wash them.
Indeed. Why don't people use those more often?
Oh, because Americans are lazy. They much rather throw out shitty diapers than
But why
wash
would you
them.
pay for stuff that you only use for like one day?
Oh, because there's no alternative besides using homemade stuff, which kind of makes sense.
Eh. Everybody go to the paper diaper or the fabric diapers. Wash them every 2 days and you'll be fine.
Oh wait. Oh wait, cameos. I think we already described it. Okay, cameos are fine when they're done properly.
Indeed.
Let me I'll refresh it now.
What do you? The only one I see is what do you think of Halo 4 in general? We
Yeah,
answered
we
that
already
one.
answered that, so there's no real reason to bite your pillow. I'm going and dry. What? Oh, I get it. That's dirty. That's so. And you can wash. That's so dirty. Oh gosh, that's disgusting. Okay, we've been. Brandon, how long has it been? 2 hours?
2 hours. This is like twice the size of a normal M&B show.
Well, I don't know why. It just rolls off the tongue.
Oh, any recommendation for scripting?
Who asking that?
And Amelius.
Oh, great, the British guy. I like him. See, when I like somebody, I'll give him a scripting. Brendan will hate me for this.
Um,
He will.
if you're
Let me
going
just.
to, if I'm gonna hate you for this, then let me do my amateurish take on it first. Then,
You sure? Okay, fine, go.
okay. With scripting, I feel like you need to have like a sort of a good idea of what you want to make, who you want to, like who you want to do what, as in like which character is going to do what. You have to have a setting in mind, and you want to be able to do it without too much unnecessary garbled information that'll only confuse you, the actors, and any possible scenes you're going to create.
Done.
Okay, yeah,
Okay,
that's it.
great. My one. Well, I don't say and only because I'm gonna add more, but the biggest one. Use logic. Use chronology and logic. For those of you immigrants who don't understand, logic is when one thing leads to another, which makes sense. And the other one is chronology, which means everything has to be in a row. You can't jump around from one point to another, one point to another, one point to another, especially in a single episode. That's wrong. And once again, I'm gonna have like these people saying, "What credentials do you have about?"
Oh my. Well, while he's offline, da da dee dee da da dee. At this point, I'm watching the exact same thing you're watching, and right now he's riding through trees. Nobody's commenting about the trees, or the road, or the fact that Mikey always enters his vehicles from the left side. Wanna know why? Because he's American! Somebody better comment on that bit. Somebody better comment on that.